Hi, this is Satiris Basakaropoulos with part 11 of our 101 blogging tips video series. And the title of today's video is 8 types of content that you can create for your blog. Okay, so I just want to talk a wee bit today about content creation, because quite often people have a bit of difficulty coming up with ideas. What will I blog about? What will I do? Okay, so here is some useful things that your readers would be interested in. Okay, so obviously it depends on the niche of your blog. Different people are going to have different niches. My main niche for my blogs would be, though I have different other niches as well, but my main niches for my main blog would be internet marketing, digital marketing, social media, website creation, blogging, stuff like that. So the first thing which is ideal for your audience is if you create how-to blog posts. Okay, so depending on what your subject is, write a blog post talking about how to. Yeah. So, if it's a property investing blog, you might write, 10 ways to, or how to find the right property. Okay. How to find the right property. And then you might write 10 or 12 different things that you do before you go and buy a property. Okay, so you might say, right, first thing I do is I go and I view 100 houses. I pick 10 of those houses which I think are good, and I'll put in offers, and then I'll take the top 3 of the offers that are accepted, and for each 3 that are for each 3 of the best houses that are accepted, I will then buy one property, right? So, there's one guy who I learned years ago when I was doing a lot of property stuff, and that was his thing. He said, you have to look at 100 houses to find to buy one house normally to get a really good deal. So, that would be your how-to property blog post, okay? Or it could be, something about pets or something about finance or whatever. But if you make like a how-to blog post, how to, do something in that field, that's a great thing that people are always interested and want to find out about. The other thing you can also do is just if you make a video, right? So if you create a video, pick a subject, create a video, talk about it, and then at the end of the video, if you upload it to YouTube, if you watch the other 101 blogging tips video series, I'm going to be putting a training in which is going to show you how you can actually see your captions on YouTube, right? So YouTube automatically captions videos now, and if you press the button, you can actually read the captions. Now, normally, they won't pick up the right pronunciation for every word. So what you need to do is you need to go in and correct the captions so that it's actually saying exactly the words that are coming out of your mouth. But once you've done that, you can basically copy and paste those captions, and you can put it under your blog. And now you've just got yourself a blog post, right? Of written content. Okay, so you can take that written content and you can put it down and post it on your blog, the content from your actual video, right? So that's a second way that you can come up with to create content from your blog. The third way is interviews. Okay, so basically find someone in your field or in your niche or who's useful to your audience and do an interview. Interview them, ask them questions, maybe write them 5 questions or 10 questions or 20 questions, depending on how long you want the post to be. If you want a really long post, you can do 20 questions. I mean, one of my clients interviewed me, and it was called 20 questions for internet marketing newbies, and it's published in the Huffington Post. but that video went on for like 2 hours, okay? And it's a very, very long, I got it all transcribed and written and put in Huffington Post, and basically it's a very, 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 very long blog post. It's like, I know, thousands of words, okay? So if you want it to be shorter, you might, ask 5 questions or 10 questions. And obviously it depends on the question. Some questions could have longer answers than others. So, that would be another way, doing interviews, okay? A third type of content you can use on your blog is podcasts, and that is just to record the voice, okay? Record the voice and upload it to an audio player. And if you basically upload it to an audio player, when people come to your website, they can click the play button in the audio player and they can actually listen to your podcast. Okay, so that's another way that you can come up with great content for your blog. Once again, you could write out the words in the podcast. So you could record the podcast and then you could write out the words, and that would be written content for your blog as well as the actual podcast itself, which people can listen to, which is a blog post, right? So that's another way. Another way to get content from your blog is a thing called listicles. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a thing that has been around recently. It's quite popular. And listicles basically means you can go and you can get a list of something, a list of things or a list of resources or something like that, and just make this great big list. So say for example, if it was about blogging, I could say 20 top 20 top bloggers, the 20 top blogs on the internet or something like that, okay? And then find all the top blogs that are on the internet, 20 of them, and just list them, and just maybe write a bit about them, write a bit about who they are and what they do and what sort of stuff they teach you. By the time you write that out, you're going to have like a 2,000 or 3,000 word blog post, right? You could do it shorter, you could do 5 or 7 or whatever. The same for anything else, 20 places, 20 vets in Northern Ireland, or 10 vets in, North Down, or 10 vets in Belfast, or, you can make a list of all these different things, lists of your favourite celebrities, if it's a celebrity blog, favourite singers, just, you can use it for anything, okay? So you can do a listicle for anything. The top listings on Amazon, right? What's the top 20 products on Amazon, and list them as a listicle with a link to them, right? Another type of content you could also do in the blog is to create or show people how to do a to-do list. Okay, so you could create a to-do list for a specific topic. So if someone's a blogger, you could say, right, here is a to-do list of what you should do daily, right? Number 1, come up with a title, right? Number 2, create the written content. Number 3, find an image for your post, or create an image for your post. Number 4, pick some keywords that you want to search engine optimize that blog post for, and optimize it. Number 5, publish the blog post. Okay, publish the blog post. Number 6, take the blog post and share it in all the social networks. Okay. Number 7, take that blog post and actually read it out and create a video. Okay. Number 8, take that video and put it inside the blog post and publish it also. Number 9, record an audio of that video with an audio recorder and then upload it to a podcasting site. Number 10, publish your audio on a podcasting site and put a link back to your blog post. Okay, so that could be a list of things there, right? Or to-do list, sorry, a to-do list. Okay. Another thing you could also put in your blog, depending on your, on your subject. It might not work for every subject, but if it's personal development or blogging or internet marketing or business or whatever, a good one that people like is quotes and sayings. So you can find really good, relevant quotes and sayings, and you could post those quotes and sayings. You could post your own. You could make up your own quotes and sayings, and you could post them. Okay. So that's another one. Okay. Another way to get content, which is also a very good one, is recordings from live events or meetings. So say you're doing a live event or a live meeting or a live training. Go bring, get yourself, bring a GoPro camera or something, or get, have some kind of camera, or even, you can even just get a stand. You can even just get a stand and your iPhone, right? A stand in your iPhone. And you can get these wee things online. They're called Joby, Joby, right? And basically this wee thing here has a wee thing in it, and you screw it into the top of your stand, your video camera stand, like that, and then you just open it, like so, put your iPhone in it, put the stand up, record, and then record the event, record the meeting, do a video of it, and then upload that video. And once again, like I talked to you earlier, you can then transcribe it, you can write it out as a blog post, you can record it as an audio, and then make it into a podcast as well. Okay. So those were the 8 types of content that you can create from your blog. Another thing you could also do is you could just type your subject in. So what your blog's about, type it in. Just go to Google, type it in, and look what the top searches bring up. Look what sort of posts people are doing there. And, come up with ideas from that as well. That's another way that you can come up from content. So that's a 9th way. Okay, so that's it from me for today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Now, if you've been following these trainings, and I've had people come and tell me they're following the trainings, and you haven't already, if you go to buildingabetterblog.com, that's buildingabetterblog.com/101, the number 101, blogging tips. So buildingabetterblog.com/101 blogging tips. If you put your name and email, you will get these videos in sequence from 1 right through to 101 directly into your inbox. It means you won't miss any of the trainings. You won't have to go around searching for them, and it'll be much handier for you. I also, on each post, I also put a link to the resources that I talk about in the video. So for that reason, it's actually much better if you do it that way, because every time you get a link, you'll not just come across this video, on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere and not have the links. So I would recommend you do that if you haven't already. And I would also recommend, if you haven't already, feel free to follow me on all the social networks. If you go to asksatiris.com/social, that's ASKSOTIRIS.com/social, you'll be able to follow me on all the social networks there as well. So that's it. I'll talk to you tomorrow in the next video. Thanks very much.